Today is, I was about to say May. That makes no sense. Today's January 10th. Big news came out from the Department of Ed today on the new income driven repayment program. I wanted to make sure to announce it. It's on like every news outlet, but there are pretty big implications to it, and they believe it's Biden's way of making up for the fact that loan forgiveness of the 10 to 20,000 may not look like it's happening based on the Supreme Court composition. So today I'm going to come to you with some updates, as well as talk about a couple borrower scenarios of borrowers we've run across this week, and answer a question that was posted in the comments below. So if you post comments and questions below, we will answer them. So today's question I will be answering from the posted comments is, so are you telling me if I enroll into an income-driven repayment program after I've been paying for 20 years, my loan will be forgiven? I want to answer that question because I think a lot of people have the same question, and we get it more than a few times. So I just want to address it as a result. That's going to be at the end. So if you want that answer, watch until the very end. If you like this content, know people who also need some education and some content, some love when it comes to knowledge, please do share. Like and subscribe. If you like this content, and of course, 97% of viewers that will view our videos are not subscribed, so please subscribe. So first, let me come with a big bang release. Department of Ed, they have, the Department of Ed has the authority by Congress to manage the income-driven repayment programs. It's mandated. It was already passed by Congress, and they have the authority as an agency to manage it. So it's within the authority of the Department of Education to make changes to the income-driven repayment program. So it's within their authority. However, it's very interesting because Congress issues the budget for the federal student aid, and they did not increase the budget. So they're expecting FSA, federal student aid, to release these new programs and potentially even fund them without an increased budget. So that's the interesting part. There's a mismatch between their mandate versus how much funding they're giving them, which we will see what ends up happening because this new program is not going to be released until the end of 2023. They are opening a 30-day commenting period. So if you want to comment on this new program, you're welcome to. They take public comments, the Department of Ed does, for 30 days in order to fully implement and roll out this new program. So if you have opinions about it and you're an expert, an attorney in the field, or familiar with it and do want to comment, I can leave the link to comment. I will be publicly commenting myself as well on the new program. So now let me go into what the new program is. One thing that I'm not happy about the new program is they've made it extremely complicated. So they're basically, Department of Ed is saying, there are positive news. Like, positive news is if you're a single person with no dependents and you earn under 34,000, that means you're basically going to have a payment of zero because they've raised the poverty line limit to count how much percentage of your income you have to pay, right? And if you have a few children, you're married with a few kids, you basically pay $0 if you earn over 64,000, which is pretty high, right? So that's the good news. It's supposed to help moderate income, low and moderate income Americans, which is a great part. If it's undergrad loans, they only take 5% of the formula called discretionary income, and they've changed the way they're going to calculate the formula by raising the amount you can earn, right? That's a huge change. I talked about that in the last video. But what they're doing that's unique is they're not creating a new program. They're revamping the revised pay-as-you-earn program. So the revised pay-as-you-earn program was established in 2016, and it is the only program that disqualifies people from filing their income taxes separate. It always, if you're married, it always counted your spouse's income towards your loan. Well, they're eliminating that and saying, if you want to file your income taxes separately, if you're married, the revised pay-as-you-earn will no longer count the spouse's income. So that's a huge change. But the thing that's super confusing about the program is that they made the amount of time you pay back your loan like a sliding scale, which is crazy. It's hard enough to understand. It's just hard enough for borrowers to understand with a fixed time period of repayment how many more years they have left to pay. How are they supposed to understand if you have a sliding scale repayment plan? It's kind of weird. Sliding scale meaning like if you took out originally under $12,000, so you pay 10 or fewer years, if you took out basically for every 1,000 extra you take out, it increases your time period to pay up to 20 years. Unless it's grad school loans, then you pay for 25 years, which is so confusing. How are people supposed to understand this, right? Like they go repay their loans and it's like, oh, well, you have to pay for 13 years. It's like, I don't know. It's very strange that they've made it a sliding scale time period of repayment, right? That's my biggest complaint. They should just fix it. Like if you have undergrad loans, you pay for X. I don't know. They should just make it a fixed time period. It's just hard enough to understand the programs with the sliding scale thing, right? So that's one critique I have of the program. I don't like that time changes. The one big thing, the pro though, I just mentioned the con, but the pro is that of the program is that they're releasing right now, that they're talking about before the public commenting period, is that obviously payments are lower. If you have undergrad loans, it's 5%. So if you have let's say you have 50% mix of undergrad, 50% mix of grad school, you're supposed to pay 10% of your discretionary income, which is a formula. You don't need to understand exactly what that formula is, but grad school, 10%, undergrad, 5%. So if you have 50-50 mix, then you pay 7.5% of the formula instead of 5 or 10. You pay like the weighted average, which is just the average based on how much you have of undergrad versus grad school loans. Let's say you pay 60%, you have 60% of undergrad loans, then you're going to pay slightly more than 7.5%, like 8. It's weighted based on how much undergrad versus grad school loans. So it really helps undergrad borrowers. That's great. The pro is you can you can earn less. I mean, if you earn less, you pay back less. The also really big pro is that they won't let people's balance rise year over year. The Department of Ed will actually take the interest that is accruing and not have it accrue year over year. It will eliminate the interest year over year so that you don't see your balance as growing, which is really beneficial if you're going to buy a house. Because if you're going to buy a house, having a growing balance and having a mortgage loan officer look and count 1% of a growing balance, even though you've been paying for 5-10 years, doesn't make any sense. If the government's going to forgive it, they shouldn't wait until the end. They should just forgive it year over year over year, because otherwise people will have a hard time qualifying for a mortgage, especially if they go to a loan officer who does not understand all the rules and just use the 1%. Fannie 1% rule will count 1% of the balance right now. And that can disqualify so many people, even though they've been paying for years and years and years. Okay. So that's the current plan. I basically, one final piece, and then I'm going to go into some of the scenarios and the question of the week, is that all the other plans, income-based repayment, pay as you earn, income contingency repayment, those plans they're not going to eliminate them. So if you stay in the plan, it's still going to exist, but they're not going to put borrowers into those plans anymore. So for example, if you convert to the revised pay as you earn plan, you can never convert back to income-based repayment. So that's another update of the program as it's released right now before the public commenting period. So again, if you're interested in commenting, if you disagree with this decision, you agree with it, whatever it is, you can publicly comment in the register, the agency register, and they take those comments for 30 days. And it's your way to advocate and take part in how the program actually rolls out. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so let me talk about a few borrower scenarios. Lately, we've been seeing quite a few consumers come through lenders or borrowers who happen to come through loan officers who have attempted to enroll into income-driven repayment programs on their own and still don't know how to get the documentation, even though they've enrolled in the program, are not getting the documentation or not filing themselves into repayment. So the documentation they're getting is incorrect. We have successfully helped save several dozen lenders' loans this past month of borrowers who have attempted to do the student loan process on their own and have fumbled and as a result, are getting the wrong documentation. They get all the way to underwriting, and then the loan officer is like, wait, underwriting won't accept your letter. And a lot of the letters coming through is like, your estimated payment is blank. The lender cannot use estimated payments. They have to use actual payments, right? So we've helped borrowers get the right documentation. Super proud of our work. Super proud to help people go from being denied to getting approved. So if you're running into that issue, because we're in forbearance right now, just know we are here to help. If you're a loan officer and you are running into that issue with your borrowers having a hard time getting through underwriting, we are here to resolve that issue. We've had, a few people that are married that have issues with how they filed into the program in the past, that need their plans fixed before they even get the right letters to go through underwriting. And if you're married and your spouse's income count towards your loan, that can create more complications. So we're here to help. We understand it. We understand the implication of marrying, filing joint, separate, which, by the way, will be eliminated now that they roll out the new revised pay-as-you-earn. So I wanted to put that out there. But a lot of people don't know that they can file their income taxes separately and not have their spouse's income count towards their loan. That's FYI, pro tip, okay? Now let me answer, by the way, if there's things that I'm talking about that's just over your head, let me know, because I can't know what I don't know. So I'm trying here, but if there's clarification that's needed, please ask. Now let me go to the question of the week. Here's a scenario. I've been paying my loans 20 years. I have not been in an income-driven repayment program. I've been in various forbearance. I've been on extended. I've been on you name it. Name the gamut of different payment plans you've been on, but you've been paying for 20 years. The question is, can you enroll into an income-driven repayment plan and get your student loans forgiven? Here's the good news. Yes. Yes, you can. As long as you enroll in the income-driven repayment program before May of 2023. And if you have grad school loans, do not enroll in revised pay-as-you-earn because you have to pay for 25 years. So enroll in IBR or pay-as-you-earn. If you're already enrolled in revised pay-as-you-earn, we could likely help you fix that. Just come to myloansense.com. And if you upload your information, get started, you get a completely free estimate and plan. So yeah, that's exciting news. Yes, you can possibly get your loans forgiven, even though you had no idea, or you have not been in income-driven repayment the entire time. There may be actions you need to take, like consolidation. It just depends on what loans you have. We are here to answer it for your specific scenario. Get started completely for free at myloansense.com, and we can help you. I mean, if it's a difference between you paying for 5 more years and not knowing the right answer, and us being able to help you and get your accounts adjusted so that you can actually get complete forgiveness, I mean, the results you're going to get is going to totally outweigh anything you would ever pay us, right? So, by the way, we give free estimates, so you can there's no risk. You just, when you come to our website, myloansense.com, you just answer the questions, upload your loans. There's literally no risk. You get a free plan. And if you have questions how we can still help, please contact us, and we would love to help. So if you think you qualify to get your loans completely discharged, which we have quite a few people do right now, then we're here on standby to help. If you don't know exactly what actions you need to take, if you would qualify, etc., we can give you answers based on your personal loans. And that's what we're excited and what we specialize in and love to do the most. So can't wait to help you. Again, if you like this content, please like it, share. And if you're watching this and are not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. And I cannot wait to join you. Cannot wait for you to have you join me on the next video. Have a good rest of your evening.